Hey, what's up, everyone? So, welcome to this LinkedIn Sales Navigator Masterclass. So, here I'll show you how to find high quality B2B leads using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Okay, so let's start with introduction. So, why most prospecting fails, you know? So, so, before we start with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I want to challenge a common brief. Many people think prospecting is a numbers game. So they believe success comes from sending thousands of connection requests, thousands of cold emails, or thousands of messages. But that isn't what the best sales professionals do. The best sales professional people don't simply contact more people, they identify the right people. So there's a tremendous difference. So imagine trying to sell an enterprise cybersecurity software to a startup with 5 employees. So it doesn't matter how persuasive your message is, they aren't your customer, because it's a very small company to target. So now, and also now imagine speaking with chief information officer of a company with 5,000 employees that's actively expanding its security infrastructure, same product, completely different outcome. So the opportunity wasn't created by better salesmanship, it was created by better targeting. So that's what prospecting is really about. Your goal isn't to convince everyone, but your goal is to identify people who already have a problem that your solution can solve. And that's exactly why Sales Navigator has become one of the most powerful tools in modern B2B sales. So it isn't just a larger version of LinkedIn, it's a professional prospecting platform that allows you to search millions of companies, identify decision makers, filter prospects with incredible precision, and build targeted lead lists for outreach. So today I'll show you exactly how I use Sales Navigator, from defining an ideal customer profile to creating a prospect list that's ready for outreach. So by the end of this tutorial, you will understand not only how the platform works, but why each feature exists and how to use it strategically. So let's begin. So this is the dashboard actually. And here it's a lead filters over here. So over here the real work happens actually for the most part. So I'll start with if I'm targeting only if my product first of all is I'd say if it's a staffing product, say, so I'm going to target small companies who are actually currently hiring. And so company headcount, I've put it around 150 to 51 to 200, because that's where I got more chances of having a response back, because larger teams, more than 5,000 people, 1,000 people, it would be difficult to get a response. It's easier initially to get a response from smaller teams, because these are the companies who must be looking to outsource the staffing part. Or if it's a AI services company, you can target the industry stakeholder. So let's start with AI services. So just imagine it's a service business. Your SDR, BDR at a service company. So you want to target those companies. And who's going to be the ICP? It's going to be the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? The stakeholders are people who are at the decision making power. So I'm going to target people who are founder or who are CEO and all. So seniority level here I can judge director level people, right? Owner or partner, CXO we can target, right? So see, and so here is the list, and of course I'm gonna further make it more niche centric, more hyper targeting. So let's select the industry. So we can select IT services. Okay, so now actually we are inside the LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and also at first glance the interface might seem familiar if we have used LinkedIn before, but Sales Navigator actually serves a completely different purpose. And LinkedIn is designed for networking, but Sales Navigator is designed for prospecting. So everything here is built around helping you discover potential customers efficiently. So instead of scrolling endlessly, post and profile, you are working with a sophisticated search engine that indexes professionals and companies from around the world. So you will notice sections such as lead search, account search, you can see over here, account search, lead search, Saved leads option is also there. You can save the lead, you know. You can click on save and you can save it over here. Okay. And you can create a new list. LinkedIn saved lists. So I've created it and I've saved it over here just to show you how it's done. Over here, LinkedIn saved lists. Similarly, I can save for other profiles as well. You can collapse it, just save it, LinkedIn save list. Okay. And so think of this dashboard as your command center. So rather than randomly searching for business every morning, you will create structured workflows that consistently bring qualified prospects into your pipeline. And let's begin with the foundation of every successful sales campaign, knowing exactly what you're looking for. So that's what we were doing earlier, right? So we targeted IT services, and for geography, as far as it is concerned, let's target India. Okay. And further, I think I should target, let's target only Bangalore based companies. Okay. So it's loading, you know. So before touching any filters, you know, you should ask yourself a few simple questions. Who buys the product? Which industry benefits the most? How large are those companies? How actually, you know, the purchasing is done? Until you can answer these questions clearly, every search you perform will be unfocused. So let's imagine I own a AI automation agency. So my target audience isn't everyone. Instead, I might focus on healthcare companies first, you know, between 100 to 200 employees or maybe less. Till 200 employees I can focus, you know, because those were the companies who won't be having a AI infrastructure or a solid AI team in-house, and they must be looking to outsource the AI transformation part later on, you know. So you can see, so I've chosen Bangalore IT services category, and I've chosen only founder and CEOs or director level people for the most part, you know. So you can do that. See, Adept AI is there. So rather than, I'll just leave the HR part. I'll just do, let's do one thing. Let's target only CEOs, chief executive officers of these companies. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is the list. And also, you know, optionally filter by years in current position. You can also do company growth, hiring activity, many other advanced filters available within the Sales Navigator. So this is the difference between random prospecting and intentional prospecting for the most part. So I'm hiding it. So here, this is a list. You can see all the CEOs in Bangalore particularly having company count, head count around 11 to 50 and 51 to 200, you know. And so this is the target audience for the most part, who maybe looking for AI transformation, or maybe for the staffing services or whatever. So it's better that you target less company headcount audience for better response, faster response, because these were the companies who must be like outsourcing a fraction of their process to other companies. So our search now has generated around hundreds or perhaps thousands of highly relevant prospects. But here's an important lesson: that don't judge every prospect purely by the job title. So look at the complete picture. Open their profile, read their headlines, study their experience, understand the company they work for, how long they have been in their current role. Has the company recently grown? Are they hiring? Have they recently posted about the challenge related to your service particularly? So these small observations become powerful conversations starters later on. And Sales Navigator isn't simply giving you a list of names, it's providing context. And context creates personalization. So the more you understand your prospect before contacting them, the more natural and relevant your outreach becomes. And so, you know, so you can also save list accounts and building list this way. Like you can select all and save to a list. Like I can save it to this way. And so yeah, so that's how it's done. So you might create separate folders for healthcare, manufacturing, SaaS, financial services, or real estate. Now clicking on the account. So these are the account with, you can see I've already saved it initially for further reference, and you can discover new account over here as well. Searching by account filter, by revenue, let's say at least a bare minimum. $1 to 10 million. So these are the companies with revenue in this bracket, and say company head count 11 to 50. So this transforms prospecting from a one-time activity into an ongoing system for the most part. And the best sales professionals aren't constantly rebuilding lists, they are continuously nurturing the ones they have already created. So keep on nurturing, keep on, polish your list before outreach. And the outreach strategy, so now comes up most part, which people think is the hardest, sending messages. So you can see I've already sent a few messages in the past. So yeah, so they respond. People don't respond because your message is clever, they respond because it's relevant. So avoid generic messages like hi, I would love to connect. Instead mention something specific. Perhaps you notice the company recently expanded, perhaps they have hired a new leadership team, perhaps they posted about a digital transformation, and your company provides that digital transformation services. So it would be a right time to pitch the company. And so recently you can see I sent this message to this company, Endo Health, for staffing services, and to this person as well. But although I received a negative response on this, it happens all the time. And you can see the accepted InMail request. So yeah, I sent to this individual head talent at American company. So the InMail got accepted, but it was negative. So they are not currently looking for it. And similarly to this person I sent, who's recruitment head in some American company. So you may receive negative responses, but you have to every time polish your strategy, and so ask thoughtful questions again. Offer genuine value. The objective of your first message isn't to sell, but it's to for the most part begin conversation. So when you approach outreach with curiosity rather than the pressure, response rates improve dramatically. So sales is fundamentally about trust, and trust begins with relevance. So you can see, and you will also receive on the Sales Navigator all alerts, and it will suggest accounts to you automatically along with the posts. So this is my level of Sales Navigator as per my usage. So these are my priority accounts. It's showing automatically. It's suggesting it. And so I would like you to leave you with one final idea, that LinkedIn Sales Navigator doesn't create opportunities. So opportunities are for the most part created by people only. Sales Navigator is simply gonna help you discover the right people faster. So if your targeting is poor, your results will be poor. If your messaging is generic, your results will be average. But when you combine thoughtful targeting, careful research, personalized outreach, and consistent follow-up, something remarkable happens. Prospecting becomes predictable. And once prospecting becomes predictable, business growth becomes predictable too. So don't focus on sending more messages, focus on sending better messages to better prospects. So that one change alone can transform your sales process altogether. So I hope that this tutorial has helped you understand not only how to use Sales Navigator, but how to think like a modern B2B sales professional. So if you found this tutorial valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your questions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.